Good morning, everybody. The guys in the back have given me the thumbs up. It's showtime, so it's showtime. Glad you could be here this month. This is our Coffee with the Community series. My name is Dallas Ackerman. I'm the Director of Communications, and glad you could be here. This is our engagement series where each month we have guests present on a different topic of all the happenings in LPS. Before I go any further, I did want to point out for anyone in here that has not seen our info cards, we've updated this card with all the important information that you may want to know about Liberty Public Schools, from our student enrollment, certified, classified staff counts, student demographics, and on the back, our prediction of how many snow days we're going to have this year. So stay tuned. Anybody, can I show of hands? Anyone done with winter? Done with winter? Ready to go to Miami next week? Let's go. But yeah, we are really excited to have our several members of our Liberty Education Foundation with us this month. Their executive director, Tana Campbell, she is going to open things up. We also have several members of their executive board, and we appreciate them, of course, and all that they do for Liberty Public Schools. So with that, and also this is like an official talk show this month. We're stepping it up a little bit. Yeah. Oh, and matching shirts. Yeah, we'll see them up front here in just a moment. But how about a big round of applause for Miss Tana Campbell?
Thank you, Dallas, and thank you all for attending this morning. Several familiar faces to us. So many of you probably know a little bit about the foundation. Today you should walk away with a lot more information. In fact, you should probably be able to sell the Liberty Education Foundation to anyone within the community when you leave. So I'm going to share a little bit about what we do before a few of our board members come up to join us. And then after they speak to you all, we have a special presentation here at the end with a community member. So stay tuned for that. But a little bit about us and our history. We are, I am the executive director. We are a staff of 2. So Lisa Stiles is our business and program manager. We office downstairs, so in the district administration center on the first floor. Probably I'm not going to say it's the best floor, but it is a fun floor to be on. Several first floor people here. We were established in 1995 by a group of community volunteers. Actually, I believe a couple of them office in this building now, and so longtime Liberty supporters. And then we are an official 501c3 nonprofit organization, for those of you who may wonder what our status is. We were formerly known as the Liberty School District Foundation. So just a couple of summers ago, we changed our name to Liberty Education Foundation. We really wanted to bring education to the forefront. Some people thought when we were Liberty School District Foundation that we were really connected. We are connected, but they thought we were actually part of the school district. We are our own organization. And so we brought education to the forefront, and then we also updated our logo. And so Emily Duncan, was a Liberty High School student. She graduated in 2013, and she's the one who put together our logo that we now use. Our mission is to enrich educational experiences in Liberty Public Schools by mobilizing community resources and financial support. What I love about our mission is the word enrich. We are here to go above and beyond and to really provide those experiences. We know we have an incredible district. We serve an incredible district who has great faculty doing some of the very finest work, we believe, in the state and in the nation. And so it really is a pleasure for us to be able to enrich educational experiences. Some people who are in my role don't always have the opportunity to enrich. They truly have to provide a lot of resources for their school district. And so we are thrilled to have such a thriving district, and one that we really want to just help them and encourage them and boost them up and help the students as well. And then just a little history on us. Since 1995, we have now invested just over $1 million in Liberty Public Schools, and last year alone, we invested $100,000 in our core programs. And we're very happy to be able to do that. just over the last few years, we've really tried to increase our impact. And so that $100,000 mark was a great milestone for us, and we just want to continue to do more as the years go on. So with that said, I have a few members of our executive board here to join us this morning, so I'll invite them to come up, and then they're going to introduce themselves, share a little bit about their families and why they're engaged with the foundation, and then we'll get started. They'll share a little bit more about what we do and how we do it here in Liberty.
Good morning. My name is Jen Heiser, and I am a parent and community member in Liberty, and I have lived here for about 15 years. My husband and I chose this community specifically because of Liberty Public Schools. We wanted to find a place we could settle and be involved, and Liberty kind of stood out like that for us. So we have 3 children in the district. I have a senior and a sophomore at Liberty North, and then a son at Heritage Middle School. It's a 7th grader. I am a small business owner. I'm a physical therapist, and I own a private practice here in the Liberty community. And I've been a part of the Liberty Education Foundation for a little over 5 years. I am currently the board chair and have been on the executive committee for a couple of years.
Thank you. I'm Rhonda Torno. I have been part of the foundation this is my 2nd year, and I have lived in Liberty for about 15 years now also. So I have 2 children, and my husband and I have 2 children, and they're at Liberty High School, a freshman and a junior. And I've been involved with PTAs when my kids started kindergarten through elementary school, middle school, and when they hit high school, that's when I really started to get more involved with the foundation, because I love how it touches so many aspects of the school district, and it's kind of a way to give back and serve and not just directly affect the schools where my children are going, but so many kiddos and staff and students and faculty members and administrators. We can kind of serve all of them through the foundation, which I really like. So,
hi, my name is Jody Magera, and I have been on the foundation board for 4 years now. I had the honor of serving as the board chair last year, and this year I'm the secretary treasurer. And I have 3 kids that have been in the Liberty Public Schools. My oldest graduated from Liberty High School last year and is now at Arkansas. I have a sophomore at Liberty High School, and I have a 6th grader at Discovery Middle. And in the younger years, my girls were at Shoal Creek and Epic Elementary. Similar to Rhonda, the main reason that I love this particular board so much is that it touches every single school, every family, every household in Liberty Public Schools. I sit on a number of boards, and they're very focused, but this one is so broad, and I love the chance to impact so many families with what we do. I've had the chance to be in every single school in our district, bringing big reward checks, grant checks to our teachers, and I've met some of those amazing teachers and most inspiring students in our district, and it's just been a true joy to be involved.
Thank you all. Jody, we're going to start with you this morning. So you've been on the board for 4 years. Can you share a bit about our long-standing programs that we've had around? So we were established in '95, so kind of walk through the history of where we've been with our programs.
Absolutely. So I'm going to talk about our core programs today, and some of you have probably heard about some of these if you've been in Liberty for a while. One of our main programs that we get to do every February is called the Hope Awards. And every year we recognize 70 students from throughout the school district. These students are nominated by their home school. So each elementary school nominates 3 students, and our middle and secondary levels nominate 5 or 6 students. And we get to honor these kids who display just exceptional attitudes and actions, kids who inspire others and just make each school and our community a better place to be. So if you haven't ever had a chance to come to the Hope Awards, it is one of those nights that you'll walk away just with goosebumps and tears sometimes, just to see some of the things our kids do and the things our kids go through and thrive through. So come this year if you have a chance. End of February will be this year's Hope Awards. Really the heart and soul of what we do at the Liberty Education Foundation is classroom grants. And we have 2 types of grants. We have our learning enrichment grants, which are small grants. They're $500 each. And staff throughout the district can apply for those. And it's just to do some really cool small project in their classroom. We also have bigger grants called Excellence in Education grants, and those are more in the $3,000 range. And sometimes it's a team of teachers coming together and applying for that, or a school that's applying for that. So the smaller grants, the learning enrichment grants, we've been giving those for 15 years now. And the learning enrichment grants, we've been doing that for about 12 years. And over those years, we have given away 550 grants throughout our school district. Now, some of the more recent ones that maybe you've heard about, a month ago, we were involved in a project called Blue Jays and Eagles on the Go, and we partnered with Variety Kansas City to install a harness system in our middle school coffee shops. So there's a harness and strap system on the ceiling, and the kids who are in the wheelchairs that work in those coffee shops can get into the harness and move around the coffee shop and serve coffee just like every one of their classmates. And it's just such a neat project. You may have seen it on the news a month ago. If you have a chance, stop at one of the Discovery Middle School or South Valley coffee shops and see that in action. It's a really neat project. Some of the smaller grants, recently we had some students who did a writing and illustrating projects where they could create their own books for their school libraries and get those published and printed, and so we helped with that. Sometimes it's things as simple as teachers want board games for their classrooms. We live in a time where there's so much technology, and that's fabulous, but some of our teachers come to us and say, we just want good old-fashioned board games for our kids to play and interact and socialize with each other. So last year, we did quite a few of those in our 4th and 5th grade classrooms in the district. So that's the heart of our grants. Another thing we do for the district is we provide new teacher support. Every year, every single new teacher in Liberty Public Schools gets a $100 gift card from the foundation just to use on starter supplies for their classroom. And in addition to that, through one of our generous foundation donors, we are able to offer a $1,000 new teacher grant. And so they usually all apply for that, and one teacher is chosen, and they get $1,000 to kind of do above and beyond things in their brand new classroom. The STEAM bus, one of our big projects. You've probably seen it rolling around town. Back in 2017, with the help of the district, we were able to get a bus and equip it with technology supplies. And so that bus travels to all of our elementary schools, and we, on an ongoing basis since that time, we make sure that the bus is equipped with just the latest and greatest technology that's out there. And any school, elementary school, can request the bus come to their school, and then the kids can get on board and use all the great technology that we equip that bus with. Scholarships. We, as a community partner here, when there's a family member that loses a loved one and they want to create a memorial scholarship, we serve as a partner with those families. And so they can come to us, and with their funds, we help them administer scholarships in the memory of their lost loved one. And so that is seems like a small thing, but it's really a tremendous amount of behind-the-scenes work just to make that happen. And this is the month where hundreds and hundreds of applications are flooding into Lisa's inbox every day. And we just help the family sort through the details of that. A lot of times when you've lost a loved one, it's very emotional, and they're in tears sometimes when they come in and talk with Tana and Lisa. So we just help them through the logistics of how to honor their loved one in that way. And then this is what really excites me about the foundation. We get the chance to really partner with our district administration when there's some really exciting district opportunities out there. You all probably remember the Building Pride campaign, where we built our 2 high school stadiums a few years ago. Well, as a nonprofit organization, we can serve as the pass-through organization for the school district. So when community members want to donate towards a big initiative such as that, we are the money collector, and then we just pay the funds right out to fund those priorities. So we've done that with the Building Pride campaign. The China Slaughter Reading Park across from Franklin Elementary was another time that we partnered in that way. And currently, I don't know if any of you remember the big treble clef that sat on the Liberty Square for several years. Currently, we're working with a group of community partners who want to purchase that and have it housed in the new Liberty High School Performing Arts Center. And so once again, we're just serving as the pass-through organization. So on our website, community members can donate towards that, and we'll help write the check to purchase that when the money is raised. So I'm going to pass it on to Rhonda, and she's going to tell you about a couple more of our core projects here.
Thank you, Rhonda. Yeah, thank you, Jody. So Rhonda, you have recently been part of this board, and we, like I said earlier, we've done a lot to expand our impact. Can you walk through a few of the new programs that we've added just in the last couple of years?
Sure. And I'm going to apologize because I'm going to read a lot just because this stuff is super duper important. And Tana did a great job of just helping us kind of outline so we don't skip over any of the important programs we do. So bear with us as we're reading along, but it's super important and that we get the information out to you and don't miss anything. So one of the latest new things we have done, last year was the first year we had the Innovator of the Year Award. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that or remember seeing that. We awarded that at our community breakfast last March. It was established by Dr. Jeanette Westfall. I'm sure you guys know her. And basically, it's created to recognize and encourage education innovation in LPS. So parents, students, administrators, community members can nominate employees from the district for this award. And then this year, we will, again, award a new recipient or a new team. Last year, it was a team that actually won the award. And it's super exciting, and I think it's great for the educators to know that they're being recognized for doing some new and creative and innovative things in the community and in their classroom. So that will be March 10th that we'll have the new presentation. And are we done accepting nominations for that? Okay, it closed last week, I think, right? Another thing that was new this past year, which I was part of the team that helped select this, which I thought was really interesting, was the Faculty Professional Development Grant. And even though the school district does a great job of providing resources and training to our staff, there's never going to be enough resources out there for that. So we have grants that faculty can apply for, and basically they can apply for additional training, whether it's for their whole group of staff or an individual training that they want to be able to apply to their classroom. So that was a new thing we added last year. We continue to do the SOAR Awards, and SOAR stands for Service Over and Above the Rest. And basically, this is a once-a-month award that we go into the classrooms, and usually there's a team of people with Dallas and Tana and whoever from our board and other people from the district, and we go in and surprise a teacher in their classroom, which is so fun. The students get so excited when we walk in. They want to know what's going on, and we present this faculty member, this teacher, with a gift card and appreciation and a speech about, just the things that they're doing above and beyond in their classroom. So super exciting for the students to see their teacher get recognized right in their classroom in the middle of the day. So that's a super fun one.
And I'll add to that this is a Liberty Public Schools initiative. So they've had this around for years, and we're just so happy to be able to sponsor it because the district doesn't necessarily invest in the gift cards for the teachers and the staff who are recognized, but we're able to do that. And so Dallas has kind of a whole group that goes out, the cabinet goes, and they do these presentations. And we were very honored to be asked to partner with them to support this program. So thank you for including us.
Another grant a grant program that was added in the last couple of years is the learner-led grant. So this is kind of taking from the classroom grants, which we're trying to now reach out and have opportunities for students to apply for grants directly, things that they can basically apply for something for their classroom or something for a project that they're working on personally. So this one is really exciting. We had several different ideas come through from students. So we are funding, this latest grant cycle, we're funding a greenhouse that a student applied for, a grant for a greenhouse at South Valley Middle School, which is very exciting. Last year we helped supply a kitchen at Epic. So the students do like a video presentation, and they have to fill out a whole application for it. And it's super exciting to see them just really take control of what they think could help in their classroom. And then we also had a student from Liberty High School who wanted to further his research on the Milky Way galaxy, and he did a grant, and we were able to support him on that with his science fair project. So just all kinds of things we couldn't even imagine came through on that grant application process. Is there anything else on that one?
That application that came through from the student at Liberty High School to further his research on the Milky Way galaxy really allows us to think, well, what else can we do to support student research? And you look at once people go to colleges and universities, that's when their research is kind of starting. But it's really actually happening when they're in high school and those years leading up to graduation. And so it's got us really thinking, what else can we do to support student research? And so in the next couple of years, you'll probably see a little bit more on that as we plan to partner with some specific classrooms and teachers who work with these students who are doing research. So just stay posted on that and look for what might be ahead. But that's very exciting for us to have the opportunity to support those students.
And then the last thing that is new to us, but is not new to the district. It's the Liberty Cares Fund. It was formerly the Social Workers Fund. And the social workers, I'm sure you're all familiar, but they raise funds for families in need, and they put on programs, back-to-school programs. They have financial hardship opportunities for people to apply for assistance through the district. And we've kind of taken the burden off of them having to raise funds for that. So we're partnering with the social workers, and we've created this Liberty Cares Fund. We help them with the fundraising. We offer emergency funds to families in need. We work with the community to try to raise funds for different things. You've probably seen recently we have an initiative come out to pay off the debt for lunch account balances. And Tana's going to talk more about that in a little bit. But we just really think this is a great way to support our social workers and let them do the job that they're supposed to be doing, and we can kind of be their partner and do the fundraising end of that. So I think the Liberty Cares Fund has got a great way for us to reach out to the community and get community partners to work with the district too. So.
Well, thank you, Rhonda. Jen, you are one of our longest standing board members, and thank you for staying around for many years with us. Tell us about how people can support us in the community, the different ways they can engage with us at different events.
We, like we said, have been around for about 25 years. So in that time, we've had various ways that we have raised the money to help support the programming that we do. In the last couple years, we've kind of transitioned to just two events, one in the fall and one main event in the spring. We have done things as we've done golf events. We've had a run in the past. We've kind of transitioned more into the Education Uncorked event, which is in the fall. Originally, that event started at Blanc Palette on the square, and it was a small, intimate group of about 130 people. And we transitioned a couple years ago to have that event at Crosley Ford, and Carrie Crosley is a member of our board, and so we were able to use their space, and the event grew very rapidly to about 400 people. And we raised considerably more money, and it's been very successful. We are continuing to look at that venue, and who knows, maybe in 2020 that might move again, but it has grown considerably. If you have any questions or actually maybe have some suggestions on where you can house a 400-person event in Liberty, let us know. The next event is the one that is coming up in just a couple of months. On March the 10th, we have our LPS Community Breakfast. And this spring event is we bring in community members and that have supported us in programming throughout the year. And these partners come. It's held at William Jewell, and we get to share some of the incredible things that we're doing in the foundation and things that are happening within the district, and we can share that information out with community partners. So that's a great event. The breakfast features student performances, awards presentation, and then usually Dr. Tucker gives a presentation. So that is on March the 10th, and it's at William Jewell. There are lots of ways to attend these events. We have a very active website, and through that website you can purchase individual tickets. You can also go on that website and help be a partner with us. We have started a couple different ways. We have our corporate council, and then also our Ray of Sunshine Society. And a couple years ago when we created these two avenues, one for businesses and one for individuals, it really helped kind of help us get our word and our message out there. and share that and give people the opportunity to become true partners with us rather than just making a donation here and there. And so you can see on the board some of our corporate council members, corporate innovators and corporate challengers, and these are businesses within the community that have partnered with us this past year. The Ray of Sunshine Society is individuals. There are families within the district that are supporting our programming also. We, in doing this, wanted to eliminate the multiple asks that people get throughout the year and let them kind of streamline their giving into becoming just a partner with these donations on, and there's our Ray of Sunshine, the innovators, investors, challengers, and advocates. Anything else you want to
Yeah, if you're a community member or a business owner, you know how often people come to you and request support. I know you receive multiple asks probably every day, but at least several throughout the month. And so, like Jen said, we just really wanted to make this easier for our community partners to invest in our mission rather than think about, oh, I'm just supporting the Education Uncorked event or the community breakfast. It's just a way to support everything that we do. And so they receive benefits to come to both of those events if you're part of our corporate council or Ray of Sunshine Society. And so we've received great community feedback that our businesses love this. And of course, there's different exclusive benefits at different levels. But some of our business owners get to come into the classrooms and present the big grant fund checks with us. And so it's great to have those community members with us and to see kind of what we do in action.
Yes, we are very grateful for the annual support that we have from our donors. And if you want to learn more about it, like I said, we do have information on the website. There's an area on the website called Support Us, and you can just click on that section and get more information. Speaking of our website, we also want to invite you to join us on Facebook and Twitter. We have an active social presence, and you can keep up with things that are happening on a day-to-day basis. And if we're getting into schools and sharing within the community, there are updates regularly on those. So I'd invite you to go and reach out and support us. Both are, I guess all of the contacts are up on the board too. So. Also, we have other ways that we reach out in different capacities throughout the year, have a presence at different things that are happening. One of those, you might see us, we have a tailgate that we usually hold at the rival football game in the fall when Liberty and Liberty North high schools play each other. We hand out free popcorn, and usually there's a big line before that game, and so people are grateful to have a snack as they're waiting to enter. And then Hallmark also just finished a Purchase to Give program for the second year in a row to support our Liberty Cares Fund. And then Hy-Vee selected us as a nonprofit to benefit from their reusable bag program. So this is a program that they do, and they choose some sort of organization to support, and and their funds from that are they chose us as their beneficiary this year. Or this month, yes, so the month of February. So in the month of February, go ahead and purchase your reusable bags at Hy-Vee, and that benefits us. And then coming up also in March, we have a partnership with Liberty Hospital. They are doing a half marathon and the Jewel 5K. You'll see board members out there supporting as we are in charge of the Kids Dash. And last year it was really, really cold. We're hoping for better weather this year, but there was still a huge contingency of young children that were out there doing the dash at William Jewell. So those are some other areas that we have a presence out in the community. Again, if you have any other questions, feel free to go to the website or reach out to any board members or Tana, and we'd love to share more information.
Well, thank you all for sharing that information. And as they said, I did put together some talking points for them, but I appreciate you taking some of the pressure off of me to walk through all of that information. But as you can tell, we're doing a lot, and we love to be engaged with the community. And so these three gals here today put in a lot of time and effort to serve Liberty Public Schools and our community. So please join me in thanking them for their time and all that they do as volunteers. We will have just a moment for questions, but first we have a special check presentation that we would like to invite James Parsons from Climate Control up to join us today. Um, Rhonda is the one that mentioned that we are trying to help pay off the student lunch debt for families in need, those who qualify now for free and reduced lunch and breakfast. And so we have, right as we were kind of starting our conversation with Nutrition Services about helping to partner to pay off this debt for families, I received a call from David Dennis. And David is the owner of Climate Control. And many of you probably know him because he's been around in Liberty for many, many years and is a huge supporter of Liberty Public Schools, not only financially, but of his time and his resources. He lets students come into his business and shadow. I see Colleen here today, and she's nodding her head. David is just an incredible person and a great business owner here in Liberty, and they give back in so many different ways. David was unable to be here today because he is expecting a grandbaby. The grandbaby has probably arrived. He's in St. Louis. No text. So he sent his son-in-law, not the son-in-law of the daughter having a baby, but he sent his son-in-law, James Parsons, who is the general manager of Climate Control, to bring us a big check. They kickstarted kind of the campaign that we have going on to raise that $25,000. So David contacted me just as we were having these conversations, and he said, hey, we know there's a need, we know this exists, kind of what does that look like on a monthly basis? And I said, you know, we are just getting into this, and this is something that we want to help support these families on an ongoing basis, but first we have to kind of get this debt taken care of. And so David wanted to, in his company, wanted to lead this initiative and kind of pave the way for other businesses to see how they contribute and are supporting the district. And so without further ado, I will let James present this check to our executive committee here today.
Yeah, we're very grateful to be here. Like she said, I mean, Dave has been involved in the community. This is our 33rd year in business here in Liberty. So we are very happy to do this. We do countless efforts to be involved in the school district, whether it's through Liberty Academy or through the sports marketing program. A lot of apprenticeships. We actually employ a couple of previous Liberty School District students. So we are very happy. We'll continue to do this. And what our goal is with this is to drive other local businesses to jump on board with us and make a difference in the school district. So thank you very much for letting us be here and do this.
Thank you, James, and we greatly appreciate your guys' support. You've been corporate council members, but also going above and beyond with all your time and resources into our district. So we really appreciate your gift, and we look forward to more partnership. Thank you.
Thank you again. Okay, so at this time, we'll just open it up for any questions you might have. We shared a lot of information. So you might not have any questions, but we are more than happy to answer any questions you might have at this time. Well, thank you again so much for attending. We'll turn it back over to Dallas, and we are online. You're always welcome to reach out. Again, we're on the first floor of the District Administration Center. And just watch for us in the community. We are trying to be out there quite a bit.
Let's give the Liberty Education Foundation another big round of applause for presenting today. Of course, Rhonda, Jody, Jen, I knew you guys would do an amazing job. We thank you for being here and appreciate all you do for us. I do want to make mention, of course, we had the talk show layout. You know, I'm thinking Tana Campbell, you have a future in a talk show host. The Tana Campbell Show. It has a ring to it.
My name is White, and so I grew up being Tana White and always aspired to be Vanna White, and then I got married, and so now I'm Tana Campbell, and nobody calls me Vanna anymore.
You did a fantastic job. And anytime the audience has no questions, that means you just did you slam dunked the presentation. So as we wrap up this month, want to remind everyone we'll be back here in February 20th, and February is actually School Counselor Appreciation Month. So we're going to be joined by several school counselors from the different levels and give us a detailed presentation of everything going on in their world. I know they'll cover a lot of ground. Tana, would you like to come back and join me and co-host? Okay. You heard it. She's locked in. So also, before we wrap up, a reminder that today's coffee has been recorded on our YouTube channel, so it'll be available here probably later this afternoon. We'll also, we'll also push that out in our various social media outlets. So again, thanks everyone for being here. Thank you, Foundation. Great work, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody next month.